Apple Pay looks almost too simple. You hold your iPhone near the terminal, authenticate, and the payment is done. But your real card number is not being handed to the store. Before you can pay, you add your card to Apple Wallet. Your bank or card issuer checks that the card can be used with Apple Pay. So Apple Pay is not creating a new bank account. It is using a card you already have, but in a safer way. After the card is approved, Apple Pay does not use your real card number for payments. Instead, it creates a device-specific number, like a payment token for that iPhone. That means the store does not need to receive your actual card number. That device token is stored inside secure hardware. In Apple Pay, this protected area is called the secure element. It keeps the payment credential separate from normal apps on the phone. So the token can be used for payment without exposing your real card. When you pay, the iPhone first checks that it is really you. That can happen with Face ID, Touch ID, or your passcode. Your face or fingerprint is not sent to the bank. It only unlocks permission on the device. Then, NFC sends the payment data to the terminal at very short range. For each payment, the secure element prepares payment data. It sends the device token plus a one-time security code. That code changes for each transaction. So even if payment data is intercepted, it is much less useful later. The terminal sends it through the payment network, and the bank approves or declines it. So Apple Pay is not just your card copied into your phone. It replaces the real card number with a device token, stores it securely, asks you to authenticate, then sends a one-time code to pay. It is more private, but not completely invisible. The merchant, payment network, and bank still process the transaction. If this made Apple Pay easier to understand, like the video and subscribe for more simple technology animations.